CFT. There's no leading contribution, and won't find like this essays like this, where C is central charge and L is the length of A. We know C contains the information of number of degree of freedom of a 2D CFT via Cardi formula for 2 plus 1 dimensional CFT. One finds like this, where gamma depending on the shape of A can be used to characterize the number of degree of freedom. Similar result can be found in other dimensions. Holographic entanglement entropy. Suppose we have a CFT with a gravity dual. How can you calculate entanglement entropy on gravity side? As shown in the picture below, we propose to find the minimal area surface gamma which extends into the bulk with the AS boundary, and entanglement entropy is given by like this. This formula was first guessed by SRT, who were motivated by black hole entropy. This is minimal area. There are some support for this formula. 1. Satisfy the strong subadditivity conditions. 2. Reproduce known results about entanglement entropy. 3. Give many new results that are sensible. While easy to define, entanglement entropy is very complicated to compute for a general many-body system. Even for free quantum field theory, the computation is highly non-trivial and often numerical calculations are needed. RT provides a very simple way to compute entanglement entropy in a class of strongly interacting quantum field theory. Here are proofs of strong subadditivity. In figure 3a, we can easily find this, and by definition of minimal surface, this, which implies this. In figure 3b, we also have this, and by definition minimal surface, which implies this. Now we can apply this formula to 1 plus 1 dimensional CFT whose duality is 3, where the metric is this. We know each CFT is characterized by a central charge C, density of state is like this, and the trace normally gives this, where R is a Ricci scalar. For holographic CFT, the central charge is given by this. On the gravity side, like Wilson loop, we consider constant time slice where the metric is like this. Assume the minimal surface is a function of x(z), the differential length of the surface is like this. Consider right half, x0 is L/2. Essays like this extreming lead to the well-known answer. X is like this. The half circle with z0 is L/2. Figure 4 is the minimal surface in bulk. Finally, we get an entanglement entropy as this, where upsilon is the cutoff to regularize the divergence. Clearly, this result agrees with the calculation from CFT. In finite temperature, we may discuss the connection to black hole's entropy. Consider the CFT on a circle. We should recover black hole entropy if we take A to be the whole boundary space, because by definition, entropy is like this, is the thermal entropy, and in this case the reduced density matrix is the same as the real density matrix of A. Indeed, graphically, the minimal surface is just black hole horizon, and black hole entropy is recovered. Generally, if the minimal surface is always perpendicular to boundary area, law can be proved in areas in arbitrary dimensions. RT formula not only provides a simple way to calculate entanglement entropy, but more importantly, it implies some connection between space-time and geometrization of quantum entanglement, geometry and quantum information. In the end, we may expect a unified paradigm. If something is entangled maximum, then they have duality in many properties. But in our nature, there are so many objects which are all organic, then does the duality happens as those objects? It is inverse causality. Within inverse causality, we can expand the concept of duality, which means organic relation. Inverse causality. This is a concept of feedback where two kinds of periods proceed A to B and B to A. This can be causality or correlation, but we can define inverse causality as organic relationship. So this theorem is true. So when you see inverse causality, you can conclude organic relationship. Next, I'll show that if two events are organic, the inverse causality should be true between those two events. If two events are organic enough, when we see one event, we can see the other event may happen. So within enough time, when one event happens, the other event may happen in a short time. And this is organic relationship. So those are same. So this is a definition of organic relationship in oriental medicine. Within this definition, we can see true causality. Discussion. Democracy means organic relation. Every organic relation can become democracy. Liberty means the freedom degree of particle. Liberty is inverse proportional to democracy. The maximum liberty can be kernel of the group, and so as the total energy of system is constant. Democracy and liberty can be mechanical energy. Potential energy is liberty. And kinetic energy is democracy, and maximum liberty can be a kernel of the system, and once liberty goes to democracy, the only way for liberty to show again is by incoming energy. So does our body. When the energy of our body is constant and the energy gets distributed equally, there is a democracy which is irreversible. When the energy of our body is constant, when the body has maximum liberty, the brain is kernel, and it has maximum liberty, and as time goes on, the energy gets distributed. The entropy equation is like this. And the entropy is maximum when the distribution is all equal, and there's no way for entropy to decrease in closed system. And when human gets old enough, the entropy of the body gets maximum and their democracy happens in our body and there's no freedom. It means the network in our body gets maximum. So as the network happens slower in our body, we get healthier. So brain should work less on our body so the liberty of our body is necessary to live longer. So organs get no effect from other system. We live longer and there's a drug which control organs not to invade other organs, and this is how we make human healthier. So come to our hospital. This would cure your any symptom and disease. This is panacea.